But I have the Power 9. You know, Time Walk, Time Twister, Mox Jet, all of these, plus Omniscience, like, wizards, what are you doing? What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today's video is exceptionally spicy as we are finally going to be playing with the Power 9 in Magic the Gathering Arena, as it has been added through Oracle of the Alpha, a 3-mana 2/3 that when it enters the battlefield you conjure a copy of the Power 9 into your library and then shuffle. And just as a refresher, the Power 9 are arguably the most broken cards to have ever been made. You have Ancestral Recall, 1 mana, draw 3 cards, Time Walk, 2 mana, take an extra turn, Time Twister for 3 mana, shuffle everything from hand and graveyard into your library and then draw 7 cards. Of course, the infamous Black Lotus, and then every other copy of one of the Moxes. 3 copies of Ledger Shredder, a bunch of draw spells, 2 search for Azcanta, and the little combo we're going to be playing with today is with Thassa. If you can bounce Oracle of the Alpha, you can conjure another copy of the Power 9 into your library. We have God-Eternal Kefnet in there to hopefully be able to cast Time Walk or Time Twister twice in one turn by drawing it and having cost reduction. Primal Amulet in there so we can actually copy the spells, which I do manage to do in this video, so trust me, you are going to want to wait till see it. We have 3 board wipes, 3 Settle the Wreckages, 1 A-Lier, which gives every instant and sorcery card in our graveyard flashback, so you can sort of see where we're going. If we have A-Lier in play, we can play Time Walk for 2 mana and then immediately cast it again from our graveyard. 2 Teferi, because it's just a good card, same with Dream Trawler, A-Hullbreaker Horror. We do have 2 Fae of Wishes, so we can get any number of cards from our sideboard. Mainly it's going to be Omniscience if we do have the mana for it, which can be very quick if you have Black Lotus in play. Overall good cards to have in the sideboard. I really do hope you enjoy. If you do, please make sure to subscribe down below and watch through to the end of the video just to see what this deck can actually do. Without any further ado, let's just get straight into these games. Very first game with a Power 9 deck. I've literally just created it. We are going first, and we have Frantic Inventory, Ledger Shredder, Stowaway, and of course Oracle of the Alpha in hand. Definitely going to go ahead and keep this. I haven't been this excited to create and play a deck in a very long time. Hello, my friend. How are you doing? I've never been so excited to play cards like the Oracle of the Alpha. I mean, to be able to get Ancestral Recall, Time Walk of all cards, 2 mana, take an extra turn. How broken is that? Time Twister, Black Lotus, and then of course all of the Mox cards. It is just fantastic to me. Hopefully we can draw through to a land. We can actually play this on curve and get the Power 9 into our deck. I mean, the excitement really is real. I cannot describe it better than that. I mean, Time Walk and Ancestral Recall naturally are some of my favorite and of course best cards ever printed. I mean, who would have ever thought 1 mana, target player, draw 3 cards would be kind of broken? I mean, they obviously did, that's why it's in the banned list now, but I mean, the cards are just ridiculous. And look at this, ready? Oracle of the Alpha, let's bring the Power 9 into Magic the Gathering Arena. Oh, look at that. Our library just got a little bit bigger. Somewhere in here is the Power 9. Let's go. We have almost a 1 in 6 chance of drawing through to one of them. Hopefully we can get it going. I mean, how broken would it be? Just like, it's going to be turn 4 and we could Time Twist. Oh, look at that. First card we draw, Mox Jet. I mean, the mana colors don't really, like, the other mana colors aside from blue and white don't really matter too much in this deck. It's more of the case of, ready? So we didn't draw a land. That's okay. I'm just going to play my Mox Jet for free, and then I'm going to play Thassa Deep Dwelling. Going to go ahead and attack, smack him for 2, going to scry. I'm actually going to scry this away, because with Thassa I am going to bounce him and bring another set of the Power 9 into my library. And just like that, somewhere in this library, there's 2 Black Lotuses, there's 2 Time Walks, there's 2 Ancestral Recalls, there's all of the Moxes. Just absolutely gorgeous, and this is the first time I ever played a deck that actually, by like playing cards and making it work, the deck actually gets bigger, which is a rather strange feeling. But this is going to be the first iteration of the deck. I definitely have to make more revolving this. Of course, we have Primal Amulet in here, so it makes everything cheaper. And then, whenever we hopefully, we can actually get this to flip into a land. I will go ahead and take that. But yeah, when we can flip this into a land, then we can use that land to copy Time Twister, Time Walk, any of the amazing OG Power 9 spells that we can actually draw. So now we're up to a 76 card library. I might stop bouncing it because I'm not really sure if we need a 3, well, there are definitely cards we need 3 of. I'm definitely happy with 3 Ancestral Recalls, 3 Time Twisters, 3 Time Warps, but it might be a little excessive to have 3 Mox Jets, Mox Emeralds, and possibly Black Lotus, who knows. So we're going to stop bouncing that. We do have Kefnet, which, you know, double blocking will be able to do this. What is this? I mean, he's going to kill it, that's okay. What does it trigger on? Hideaway 5. Whenever you cast a multicolored spell, create a treasure token, then you may pay 5 Uborg. If you do, play the exiled card. Okay. So there we go. Mox Pearl adds to the mana that we can actually use. So already we got Mox Jet in play, Mox Pearl. We do just need to make sure that we can actually sort of win. So if we go ahead and drop Ledger Shredder, that does leave us mana open to play Settle the Wreckage, which I'm very happy about. No complaints from my side. Can we do this? So this is a slightly risky play. We haven't hit a land, though if we play this, we could in theory hit a land to drop, but it's a little on the risky side, so we will just hold off. I am just realizing now that bouncing this maybe more than twice probably isn't the greatest idea, because then it makes your land draw ratio a little bit awkward because you're adding like 15, 18 cards or whatever to your library, which, yeah, is definitely going to tank the actual amount of lands you're going to draw. But it's okay because the Moxes are free lands basically, and hopefully this guy does not counter. I mean, who am I kidding? He probably has a counter, right? I mean, he has 5 colors, so maybe not. Very nice. Does not get countered, so the Niv Mizzet is not going to connect. Let's just see. I just want to draw through, like, this deck. As I said, it's the first initial deck that I've built with Oracle of the Alpha. Discard a card. Should we discard a Mox Ruby? Never in my life did I think I'd be sat on Arena going, you know what, I already have 2 of the Moxes in play. I will discard a Mox Ruby. Let me do that. What is he going to destroy? Not. Okay, get rid of the Ledger Shredder. I'm not too upset about that. But yeah, there's definitely going to be other iterations of this deck. I saw the card and my brain just went, how can I build a deck and fit this in? I just need to get it playing. I just need to get Black Lotus in play. I just need to be able to play Ancestral Recall, Time Warp, sorry. I mean, a 2 mana, take an extra turn. Insane. Like, there's a reason it's on the reserved list. It's never coming back to the game. It's never being printed again. And Wizards of the Coast went, you know what, we're already charging $1,000 for boosters in real life to possibly get non-legal versions. Least we can do is bring it to Arena where you can actually play it in this slightly awkward way. Yes, you know, it gets all of the Power 9 gets sliced into your deck. And I mean, it would work very well if you are a 5-color deck, but at least it is free mana ramp, basically. Our opponent is going to actually trigger his Widespread Thieving for the Kami War. Very cool indeed. Though, I mean, this guy is sort of popping off. Look how many lands he's got and everything. I'm not even mad that you get rid of Thassa. I'm not even mad if I lose the game, because, I mean, look, boom. Ancestral Recall. Like, how is this just not insane? Okay, so let's play Ancestral Recall. Target player draws 3 cards. I would like 3 cards very much, please. And, you know, when Primal Amulet flips, it's going to be 6 cards. Well, yep, 6 cards that we can draw, because you just cast it for 1 blue. He has 2 mana in hand. But there we go, drawing 3. And look at that. It's glorious. We draw 3 Power 9 cards. We have the Black Lotus, Mox Sapphire, and Time Twister. I mean, it's just insane. Alright, does Black Lotus have an animation? This is the big question. No. Kind of heartbreaking, but it is okay. So going ahead and drop the Mox Sapphire. This combo would work very well with an artifact heavy deck. So, if we drop God-Eternal Kefnet, and then we can crack our Black Lotus for a Time Twister. Is it sorcery speed? Do I want to do it at the beginning of my Next turn, each player shuffles their hand and graveyard into the library, then draws 7 cards. I might actually, because I feel like return up to one of the non-target permanent to its owner's hand, then each opponent discards a card. He's going to bounce God-Eternal Kefnet. So, I'm almost close to being able to do this twice, but look at this. I mean, Black Lotus. Fantastic. So, I'm not actually going to do it this turn, because it is not the greatest play for us to... I mean, yeah, we're going to draw 7, but then our opponent is also going to draw 7. Go straight going into their turn. I would... Okay, can I somehow flip that? There is the possibility I could Frantic Inventory into a Frantic Inventory, but I'm going to let Primal Amulet get... Oh, it's only a bounce, it's okay. So, yeah, I mean, honestly, this is just the hype. If you are enjoying this video and you are enjoying the channel and the sort of the jank memes that I make, please do subscribe. And yeah, honestly, you'd be helping me out a lot. I just love making this content. I love making these videos. And yeah, who knows, maybe we can increase the amount of subscriber count we have and you get to see more stupidly fun decks like this. Because look at this, Black Lotus, Mox Sapphire, Mox Pearl, Mox Jet, almost all of them established. They got Time Twister. I'm just waiting to draw Time Warp. Time Walk. Not Time Warp. Time Warp is the 5 mana version of Time Walk, so just like atrocious. But it also has been banned. Exile 1 target card from a graveyard. I mean, Frantic Inventory. Oh, Ancestral Recall. Whatever, not too mad. Now, do I block? I do not block, on the hopes that I can draw Time Walk and I can play it twice with God-Eternal Kefnet. Oh, I forgot he played Yorion. Everything's getting bounced. Again, I'm not even mad if I'm not even upset if I lose this game. This is my first. I am very mad about that, my friend. You do not get to exile my Black Lotus. Excuse me. What trigger is this? I'm going to resolve it one by one. First time you ever see a Black Lotus on Arena and you're going to exile it? No, 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 my friend. That is a crime against humanity. Gonna hide away, sure. Like, this is a good deck, don't get me wrong. This guy has got a proper good deck. So he's gonna exile Kefnet. That's okay with me. Do I want to put it third from the top? No. Everything's going to get shuffled in. Destroy target non-land permanent and opponent controls. I want to sacrifice this. I want to use Black Lotus. Gives me 3 floating. Can't do anything with it. Honestly, I am heartbroken that the first time I sacrifice a Black Lotus is purely because I don't want him destroying it. That is a little knife to the heart. But let's just see what we can do. We can drop the Primal Amulet. Mox is being very useful here. Then we can drop this land. Everything, all instant sorcery spells cost 1 little less. So we're going to go ahead and Time Twister. Can we get through all Power 9 cards in a singular game? That would be amazing. Sure, go ahead. Growth Spiral, not a problem. Wow, it's a free Growth Spiral. This is a fantastic card. Widespread Thieving in a multicolored deck. It's ridiculous. But Time Twister. Gonna go and shuffle everything. Gonna draw ourselves a fresh 7. And there's Time Walk. So, how can we play this? Can we play this so that we can get multiple turns now and just really show why these cards should never be in the game, to be honest? So, we need to cast... What is it? When it reaches 4. So we need to cast 3 more instants of sorcery spells. Can we do that? So we can... Kind of. So we could... Do we die next turn if we don't do anything? Because if we're going to hold this hand until next turn, it's ridiculous, I'm pretty sure. Because we can solve the equation for the other Time Walk, flip it, and just take almost infinite turns. So this is going to return up to... Sorry, he's going to bounce Primal Amulet again, so we don't actually... Unfortunately, we aren't able to do that. So let's go ahead. Frantic Inventory. It's going to copy... Actually, no. Never mind, we can time walk next turn. Look at this, ready? Time walk, take an extra turn after this one for 1 mana. Mana reduction on the Power 9, so it is 1 mana to take an extra turn after this one, because that is somehow in Magic the Gathering Arena right now, honestly. So we're going to take an extra turn. It's now going to go to our turn. We can solve the equation to pick up another Time Walk. So let's go ahead and solve the equation, which is going to flip Primal Amulet, so we can get 2 extra turns. Going to go ahead and flip that, solve the equation. Of course, I'm going to pick up, where are you, my gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous extra turn, Time Walk. So just before anything else, I'm going to go ahead, tap this for blue. Let's take 2 extra turns. So this is effectively three Time Walks being played in the space of 2 turns. The cost does go back up because it turned Primal Amulet flipped into the land. So now we can go ahead and how much mana do we actually have? So we've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we have 2 extra turns to mess around with. So we can go grab Ugin, Omniscience. Honestly, Omniscience could be absolute jokes. Yep, so let's go ahead and pick up Omniscience. We can now drop Ledger Shredder. And we have 2 extra turns after this. I hope this guy stays in just for because he's seeing the sheer amazement of what are we doing. Not a problem. You can Lightning Helix for free again. Next turn, we are going to drop Omniscience and then Time Twister, and then hopefully be able to keep this infinite run going, which we can, because now we can drop Omniscience. Then we still have an extra turn after this, so we're going to go ahead, solve the equation. I promise you, very first game in, I stuck this deck together, and look what it's already doing with the Power 9. Like, the Power 9 is ridiculously broken, and I am in love with the fact that it is. So we can actually pay the 1. Oh, we're missing 1 mana. So we go and press Z. So we have an extra turn. That's fine. So I don't actually need to play this immediately for free. Let's wait, because then it can go to our next turn. We can double it up, and then we can Time Twister, and probably just infinite turn loop until we can get Dream Trawler down, until we can get Teferi. Honestly, probably play this through until we can ult Teferi. I really don't like this guy's an amazing deck, and his deck might be better constructed than mine, but I have the Power 9, and which allowed, you know, Time Walk, Time Twister, Mox Jet, all of these, plus Omniscience. Like, Wizards, what are you doing? Like, I love it, I'm so happy for it, but what are you doing, guys? So let's just immediately go ahead, take an extra turn, take 2 extra turns after this, because this is in Magic the Gathering Arena now. Absolutely fair. So we can solve the equation. I don't think we have any more Time Walks in our library. There's 3 of them there. So let's go ahead and Time Twister. Shuffle everything up. Give me another fresh 7 with Omniscience, and he's just going to concede. I mean, what a glorious game. What amazing cards. Let's go. I'm so happy right now. Let's go on to the next game. We're playing against Marvin the Gathering, and we are going first with a gorgeous hand. Ledger Shredder into Oracle of the Alpha, into Solve the Equation, into turn 4 Time Walk or Time Twister. Who knows? Let's see if we can just get this going. We're off to, like, this hand is off to a beautiful start. Unfortunately, we are playing against what just tends to be a very fast and aggressive Izzet deck. Though, let's just see what we can do. Turn 2 Ledger Shredder is very nice to get on the battlefield. At least it stops the attack for this time. Though I am going to guess he's going to have immediate burn spells. He's going to have all the fun sort of Izzet aggro stuff. Though this, just right here, Oracle of the Alpha, Solve the Equation, amazing. So he is going to Faithless Looting, and honestly, just the commentary for this video might not be the greatest. It's just I cannot contain my excitement about actually being able to play with the Power 9. You have to understand, and I mean, I imagine it's going to be the same for a lot of you. You know, I've been playing Magic the Gathering now for 10 plus years, and these are always the cards. The Power 9 are just the original goated cards in the game. You know, the cards that you will never ever be able to buy or play with, or, you know, the likelihood of it happening is exceptionally low because of the cost. And, you know, the fact that they added them into the game and that I can sit here on Arena, a game that I love because it allows me to play Magic, at least you know, on my computer for the times that I can't actually play it in paper that much, and I actually get to play with Black Lotus and Ancestral Recall and Time Walk. It's a very special feeling for me. It really is. It really is. So we're on. He is going to Expressive Iteration. Oh, sorry about that. He looks to be some... I mean, he has glimpsed the unthinkable. Target player mills 10 cards. See how that goes. Not too bad if we're actually able to time Twister, shuffle everything back in. Let's just see. He's going to Delver of Secrets. We are actually very nice going to be able to connive. Do I want to drop off? Do I care about getting it plus? Actually, yeah, I'm going to drop off the Stowaway just so this becomes a 2/4. Slightly harder for him to get rid of as we control the planes. So now we could, in theory, solve the equation and then Ancestral Recall immediately. Though, I will... I mean, I'm going to solve the equation. I am going to search... Where are you? My gorgeous, gorgeous card. For Time Walk. Look at that. Turn 4. Time Walk in hand. And he can see that we have it in hand. Let's go ahead. Attack in. Oh, amazing. Gonna keep A-Lier there. This could honestly work out ridiculously well. Because... Oh, it was a very lucky flip from him. Because we can Time Walk, we can play A-Lier, and then we can Time Walk again. And he plays his own Ledger Shredder. Not a problem. This deck is already working amazingly. I couldn't be happier, really. If you do enjoy these videos and you are enjoying the energy I'm bringing to them, I hope, please do consider subscribing down below, as my videos tend to get a lot more views than I do subscribers, and I really would appreciate it. You'd be helping me out a lot. And we're trying to push for that 1,000 subscribers on this channel. We're almost halfway there, which is amazing. And honestly, it would be a little bit of a dream come true. Enough of that. Back to Arena. We did drop off a land. Did think it was probably the better, because Kefnet is a great card. I mean, even in this situation, it's just a 4/5 with flying. It is just a good body in the air. We are going to be taking little bits of bops. It's okay, he is relatively board wiping us. I mean, he sees Time Walk in hand, unfortunately, so it is a bit of a giveaway that he needs to start applying as much pressure as possible. Though, this is a beautiful Doomskar, beautiful board wipe right here. Because we can now have the setup without so much pressure. We can play A-Lier, and then we can play Time Walk, and then Time Walk again. And God-Eternal Kefnet is in here. I mean, aside from just being a great card, you know, it's on the off chance that you draw Time Walk, and then his ability reads, you know, you can reveal the first card that you draw each turn. If it's an instant or sorcery card, you can cast a copy of it for 2 less. So, you know, if we draw Time Walk, then we can like copy it, or Time Twist, we can just copy and copy and copy. And then depending on the amounts that we actually do have in the deck, it increases the probability that Kefnet is actually going to hit. He is milling himself for 10. Cool that it's target player, so he can choose himself. So, can we drop... We could drop God-Eternal Kefnet and then Time Walk, though... Should I be doing that? Yeah, actually I'm going to do that. So God-Eternal Kefnet. Let's go ahead and Time Walk. Going to go ahead and draw. Reveal Oracle of the Alpha. I'm going to decline. It allows you to be able to do it even for cards that aren't instants or sorceries. So if we played Oracle of the Alpha, we're going to get another set of the Power 9 into our deck. But I mean, look at this. So as long as A-Lier lives, we're going to be able to take an extra turn and just win that way. And I mean, this is not like... I think for an immediate deck build, I think I probably built a decent first time deck. I'm sure it can be tweaked and made much more efficient, maybe with a couple more search cards or anything. But just for first day that the cards have been in the game, for first time playing them, it is working out gorgeously. He sees that he has to get rid of the A-Lier. He cannot be allowing me to take a million extra turns. Though he is now on 1 mana, and I will be smacking him for 4. Very nice double... Oh, you got Arc Like Phoenix in the deck. Very cool. I presume you're not going to attack. Very nice double Finale of Promise. You do attack. So now, you know, just a God-Eternal Kefnet doing God-Eternal Kefnet thing, so I'm going to reveal it. I'm going to be able to cast a copy for 1 mana. Let's go ahead and draw Mox Sapphire. Basically, free draw in this case. Let's go ahead and drop it down. So I could... Ooh, I could almost... I don't have enough, right? I need 7 mana in order for it not to be tapped. And I have 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm going to... I'm going to drop Oracle of the Alpha, create another set of Power 9 into the library, with the hopes that I can... I was going to say draw through to 1. Now, do I attack? I mean, there's a chance that I need the blockers. He has 1 card in hand. This can block 1. I'll be taking... No. I'm going in for them bops because I'm forcing him into the position where, unless he can guarantee the win this turn, he needs to hold open blockers himself. Marvin the Gathering, I'm very much enjoying this game. It does seem relatively well matched. Our library is at 60 cards, even though we have been playing through quite a bit. He has this weird little effect going on there. It looks like, at least, unless he draws through to an Unholy Heat, which I think, is it 1 mana? It is 1 mana. Thankfully, Settle the Wreckage is 4 mana, but he is now in the position that if he attacks, he loses effectively. I mean, he can attack through with 1, though I think I probably would definitely block. But I mean, you can see the power of this singular card, 3 mana, 2/3 with flying. Whenever it attacks, you scry, conjure the power 9 into your library. And I mean, we've already played a Time Walk, and that's all we've really needed to have done to effectively win the game. So now, if we go ahead, let's turn you into a 7/7. Go ahead and smack in, able to scry, and that is game. Good game, Marvin. Very good game.